when they immediately print money and do that, you want to buy financial assets. I'll give you, just take another minute. A lesson that I learned. I was clerking on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange in 1971. This was year after college and before business school on a summer job. And it was August 1971. I followed the markets a lot. And President Nixon, on August 15th, 1971, gets on the television and he says, basically, that monetary system that we used to have and what money was, we're not going to have that anymore. It will not be, you can't get the gold. At that time, it used to be that money was like checks in a checkbook. They had no value. They would just get you the gold and then you'd have the gold. And we're not going to do that anymore. And I figured, okay, now I walk on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange the next morning, got there early, figure we're going to have some sort of pandemonium. And the pandemonium that we had, I thought it was a crisis. And the pandemonium we had was the stock market up the most in decades. And I went back and I didn't understand that. And I went back and I found out that the exact same thing happened on March 5th, 1933. It wasn't on TV, it was on the radio. And Roosevelt did the same thing. And the stock market and gold and all of those assets went up again for the exact same mechanical reason. So I learned two things. I learned, first of all, that I better study things that didn't happen in my lifetime before because they might happen again. That's what helped us anticipate the 2008 financial crisis. But I also learned that dynamic that when you print money and create that, that's a hell of a stimulant, but it also means you don't want cash. You don't want bonds. Cash is a financial asset. You don't want to connect cash. You don't want a bond. It's going to have a negative real return. Like, who wants bonds? You're going to have a negative real return. You want that? Okay. And you're not probably going to get the price appreciation through the bond. There are two ways you can make money. It goes up or it gives you a good yield. It's not going to give you a good yield, negative real yield, and it's not going to go up much more when you get down to that. So you don't want the bonds. Stocks have an asset. They're a reflation asset throughout history. So there are things that you want. You want stocks. You want gold. You want tangible assets. You want real estate. You want the things that are basically anti-money.